Good morning. You know, the junior and senior high school students in Covington, Virginia had a problem earlier in May. They were wanting to have a high school prom. They're in a town of 5,500 people so, and because of COVID restrictions, the high school was not allowed to host the prom. Now, those who were juniors a year ago, who are seniors now, well, they didn't get to have their junior-senior prom last year, and now it looked like in their senior year, they wouldn't get to have it again. It was unbelievable, and they so wanted to be able to have this wonderful rite of passage, this wonderful celebration. And so it was that they began trying to raise some money. They started calling different businesses and teachers and families, and everybody started working and chipping in. But the biggest problem was there was nowhere for them to meet. The venues were very few, and the few that were there were extremely expensive, way more than they could afford. But they kept on trying to work, thinking something would come along, and then finally it did. They happened to call Brandon Wright, who owned a car dealership there in town, and they were asking him just simply for a donation for the prom, and they told him about the problems, and it was Brandon who came up with the idea of, well, what if we moved all the cars out of the showroom and you had a day to come in and decorate, and we just set the whole showroom up? I mean, it was like 5,500 square feet. You could dance, we could have a meal. Well, the people got thrilled. They couldn't believe it, that he would do this. They never even thought of such an idea. So now everybody went into high gear, trying to get all the music and the decorations, to get the DJ, the food. It was Brandon who then made sure that they did close down a day early, just gave his employees another day off, fully paid, but that way the students could come in and they could begin to decorate. And when they were through decorating that showroom floor, the car dealership, it looked like a 5-star resort. It was beautiful. You would never have any idea that it was a showroom floor there for a car dealership. Well, the kids came and they had a great time. It was a wonderful party, a wonderful prom this year. And the one thing they kept saying was, they were so grateful, just so very, very grateful to everybody who helped to make it happen. Because it had been such a hard year, been so difficult for the school year and all that they had lost. But what they said was the most important about the whole thing was just getting to be back together. It was about 80 students in total. That's how big it is for a junior, senior high school prom when you're in a town of 5,500 people. But those 80 kids, they had a ball. And it meant so much to the parents. It was Brandon and Ashley who really wanted to make it happen. They wanted to make it happen because, you see, they had gone to that junior-senior prom back when they had been in high school there in Covington. They'd been high school sweethearts. They were at that prom 13 years ago. Now they were married, 4 children. It was really a walk down memory lane. They wanted to make it for these kids, and so they were willing to do whatever was necessary to make it happen. And it did take place. It took place in a business called Right Way Motors. It was the right way. Go out, love your neighbor. No exceptions.